Hi everyone and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide, where the exciting news for new UK theme park projects just keeps coming in, and you know what, I am all for it. It's really exciting and refreshing to hear about these different companies that are wanting to open new experiences here in the UK, and of course Universal Studios, hopefully for Bedford, which is very exciting. I did film a detailed video here on the channel last week, so make sure you check it out if you haven't already seen it. You can find our theme park news playlist here on the channel with all the latest news, with everything that's going on at the moment. But this one I was really not expecting, and you know what, it sounds really exciting. A theme park with a difference, and the best thing about this is subject to planning. It's not too far away. It seems quite ambitious, but they're hoping to open this next year in 2026. Now, what makes me realize that they could probably do that is the fact that this isn't a full new ground up theme park. They've already kind of got some of the infrastructure there, and also what makes it as well is that it's going to be that park with a difference. It's going to be shows, themed areas, and full-on entertainment and theatrical experiences. And that's something what they actually already do on this site. Even though at the moment it's on a bit of a smaller scale, still huge, but a smaller scale to what they're planning to do in the long term. Now, this is actually located at Kynren in Bishop Auckland in County Durham. And I first heard of this quite a few years ago when some fans of the channel said, "Oh, Sean, have you ever been to Kynren?" And I was like, I've never heard of it. I've never been there before. Because obviously, you know, County Durham, up north, it's a good few hours away from us here. So I'd never heard of it. I'd never been there before. But then I looked into it and I thought, this looks really fascinating. Basically, it's a large stage show that they do outside in this massive arena that's got over 1,000 performers. A lot of volunteers take part in it as well. And they're actually a charity that run that, which is incredible. That's been running since 2016. And the Kynren show looks absolutely phenomenal. It really does. I'd like to go and actually see that this year before all this is hopefully done for next year as well. And obviously they're planning to still run this show even when they turn it into a bigger attraction. But yeah, it looks amazing. It's like an outdoor live action storytelling of English history and like going into the backstory and everything. This massive show. It was actually produced by Puy de Fou in France, somewhere that I still need to get to because I've never been there before. It's a full-on show park where they've got lots of entertainment and experiences there. They're actually planning their own UK theme park down in the south of the country near Bicester. But again, you know, there's lots going on for the industry at the moment. This is an award-winning show that they run there, so they really want to kind of expand on that and create a full theme park experience here, which looks very exciting. So this would be like a major expansion for the site into Kynren The Storied Lands, which is the full name of the park. Now, as I say, they're planning to open this next year in 2026, which does seem very ambitious. But then I think, you know, they've already got the show on site. They've already got things like an entrance, presumably, and parking and facilities. So actually, it does seem a lot more realistic that they could probably do this for next year. They've already got the land, they've already got the infrastructure, and they already welcome thousands of visitors to this show throughout the summer each year. So it would be transformed into Kynren The Storied Lands will be the full name of this attraction, opening next year. Of course, subject to planning permission. So hopefully they can get the planning permission and get this through. The fact they've already got things on that site though makes me think that they shouldn't have any issues there. And it's certainly been drumming up a lot of excitement this week. A lot of people are talking about it, and it would be a very different and unique theme park experience for us here in the UK as well. So really they want to turn it from like a nighttime show only into a full blown out theme park, daytime attraction, expanding the current site. And if you look at this image here, this concept art that was sent out in the press release this week, you can see the current Kynren show down in the bottom right there. You can see like the stadium style seating that they've got and the arena. So that area that they've got there is where they perform the current show, like each summer when that's on. And then you can see everything else there will be new and an expansion, multiple new show venues and themed areas, things like beautiful lakes and water features, theming throughout. This looks fantastic. Like when you start looking at each of the individual areas, you can see how heavily detailed this would be. Now, as much as I've still never been to Puy de Fou, I know I need to go, and maybe this year it'll happen. Looking at pictures and videos of that, it looks incredible in France. And I know quite a lot of people that have been. Comment down below if you've been to Puy de Fou. I'd be interested to know your thoughts. But that's the thing. At first, you think about, you know, oh, a full show park, like no rides at all in this park, or at least not, you know, initially. Maybe in the long term turn they might, but you know, no rides or anything like that. It's very much a show park. So, you know, is that something that, you know, you'd be interested in? Like, let me know your thoughts, because I feel like it's a very interesting subject. Of course, the UK, Britain has got so much history that could be played out as part of a show, and it sounds like they kind of already do that with the English history, but really going into everything here with like the Vikings and everything. It mentions like a water show, live action performances. This is going to be like a big scale set of productions here that they really want to expand into. But yeah, again, looking at that there, it's going to be a huge site compared to what it currently is down in one corner, kind of expanding out with all these new show venues and everything there. Now, what they're hoping to do is deliver multiple live action shows featuring heart-pounding moments of action, thrilling stunts, incredible performances, immersive storytelling, along with epic music and innovative technology as it takes visitors on an emotional journey through time. And obviously they mentioned through time because that would be in the name, Kynren The Storied Lands, and this kind of the time traveling theme park, as it came through on the press release here, taking you through these different eras. And yeah, like I'm all for it. It sounds great. I've never been, like I say, to Puy de Fou. I've never been to just a theme park that's got shows only, but I could certainly see what the appeal would be for that. Going around these different experiences, some nice dining experiences along the way as well, and different options. As long as the themed areas were good and the shows were of good quality, which I'm sure they would be from watching a few videos of this Kynren, I think it would be an absolutely brilliant addition to the UK. This would be millions of pounds of investment into the project, and there's so much that's mentioned, like different stunt shows, horseback shows, the water shows as well, and the fact that you know, they've worked in the past with Puy de Fou to create Kynren just shows, you know, how much money they really want to spend and invest in this. And like I said, they are a charity, I believe, as well, so that means, you know, expanding this much would be, you know, helping that out and getting a lot more people in the area, I'd imagine, into like performing arts and that sort of thing, because it's a big deal. We love seeing shows and entertainment. When we go to theme parks, there's always that demand for us to go to shows. Like, we'll always take time out of the day from riding the big rides to go and see shows. So for me, going to a show park like this would be very exciting. I'd just be really interested to know your thoughts. Is it your sort of thing or not? Or with the fact that it doesn't have rides, would that not interest you? I'd just like to get a bit of a feel for, you know, what people's thoughts are on this, because I think it sounds excellent. As long as it's done right and done to a high standard, I think this could be absolutely brilliant. Of course, there's some very impressive plans that they've got here for Kynren The Storied Lands, but obviously, does it seem a little bit ambitious? Can they get this ready for 2026? I think the fact they have got a lot of the existing infrastructure there makes me think hopefully they can do. Obviously, it is subject to planning. I can't see them having any issues with that. I mean, at the moment, there seems to be, you know, a lot more expansion planned for the UK and things, so I don't think there's going to be any issues when it comes to planning there. And I'm all for new tourist attractions. I'm sure the locals are as well, and I don't think they'd kind of draw up all these plans if they thought that it was not going to get approved and rejected. So yeah, it looks very impressive. I wish them all the best of luck with it. If we can do, I'd like to come up to Kynren like this year and come and see it before the expansion. I always like doing this when, you know, like an expansion's coming to like a theme park or something. I like going and seeing it before and then seeing it afterwards. And I know at the moment it's obviously the big focus is on the one show, but it looks great. I was looking at dates on the website for in the summer. We might try and get that in and do a vlog there, and then obviously we'll kind of see it before, or work might be in progress for turning it into the full blown out show park for 2026. But it sounds great. The concept art looks fantastic. It looks very heavily detailed. If this ends up all going ahead as planned, it could be one of the best themed experiences we've got in the whole of the UK. And I think for me, there's certainly a demand for that. We've got some brilliant rides and attractions out there at the parks here in the UK, but what we do lack is the themed experience sometimes. And don't get me wrong, some rides like Wicker Man at Alton Towers and the Swarm at Thorpe Park are great themed experiences, but this looks like it'll take it to the next level. And if you enjoy shows and entertainment anyway, I think this could be brilliant. I mean, I can only really compare it to the likes of Ravelin at Efteling in the Netherlands. That's actually produced by Puy de Fou, and what they do there looks amazing at the actual park. So you get that little bit of it with Ravelin, which I've always enjoyed seeing. It's a big spectacle. It's an emotional show that takes you on this journey. So it feels like this would kind of be the same as what they're going for here with Kynren The Storied Lands. As always, I'll keep you updated. Hopefully that plan will get accepted. We'll see this moving forwards. I'm ready for, I'd imagine, probably summer 2026 is when they're aiming for with this one. Another themed experience, and this one only really about a year and a bit away. So very exciting. We'll keep you updated as always here on the channel. If you do enjoy our videos, be sure to give them a big thumbs up, subscribe for all the latest updates, and we'll keep you updated with everything in the industry. I'm Sean Sandbrook, and that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you in the next video.